somebody who works a lot in that reason and logic, then you may have more difficulty getting them to understand this way of working, because all their life is based around reason and logic.
Once you get the reason logic brain out of the way, it gives us that space, doesn't it? It gives us that space to think about the things that we really need to be thinking about, which is wonderful.
I'm going back a long time, 15 years, and this chap came to me and he wanted hypnosis. I can't remember what the issue was. Now, academically, he was extremely bright. You'd say above average. And as he was about to go through the process of hypnosis, he said to me, "You'll never be able to hypnotize me. So you never argue with anybody." I said, "Oh, why not?" He said, "No," he said, "I've had so many people try and hypnotize me. None of them can. You won't be able to." I said, "Do you know what? You could be right." Again, not stopping a challenge. Now, I must tell you, I had an incredible session with him, but only because he'd warned me. Had he not warned me, I might have been one of those he'd chalked off, this guy can't do it with me either. But because he'd warned me, I thought, right, I'm going to do time distortion, I'm going to do all sorts of things, which is a kind of confusion technique. And so I was with him for about an hour and a half. Now, if you're working with someone for about an hour and a half in pure hypnosis, that's quite exhausting. And eventually he came round and I said, "Oh, how do you feel?" He said, "Oh yeah," he said, "I knew you couldn't do it." So I said, "Oh, what do you mean?" He says, "Oh, I knew you couldn't hypnotize me." So I said, "Right, okay. So how long have you been in the chair then?" "Oh," he said, 10 minutes. I said, 10 minutes? Would you agree with me that 10 minutes is quite a long time? I'm setting him up now. Okay. I'm setting him up. So he said, "Yeah, 10 minutes is quite a long time." Because he said, "I've remembered everything you said." And I said, "Well, 10 minutes and you can remember everything I said." You know, if somebody's going to put themselves in a position, guide them there, guide them. So I said, "You can remember everything I said within a 10-minute time span?" "Yes," he said, "every single word." And I said, "But you do agree that 10 minutes is quite a long time to remember everything?" He said, "Yes, it's quite a long time, but I can." I said, "You've been there for an hour and a half." He said, "No." I said, "Look at the clock." He went, "Oh my God." And again, it's using that confusion technique, and you can use this very powerfully in the tapping.
What's so wonderful, just to summarise really with the confusion technique, once you get the reason logic brain out of the way, it gives us that space, doesn't it? It gives us that space to think about the things that we really need to be thinking about, which is wonderful.